Hey guys, so in these few set of videos, we are trying to understand the art of search space elimination, that is binary search. And in this particular video, we'll see how to code a very standard binary search problem. So the problem is you are given a sorted array ARR over here, and you are given a target value X, and you have to find an index I such that ARR I is equals to X. So you can return any such index I such that ARR I is equals to X. Now if you cannot find any such index in the array such that ARRI is equals to X, in that case you have to return -1 as the answer. Alright, so this is the problem and I hope that you guys understood the problem. Now there are multiple ways to solve this problem. One way is linear search. You can iterate over the entire array searching for this target value X, and if you cannot find the target value X, you can return -1. The runtime complexity for that approach will be O of n, that is O of size of the array. So let's just see how we can perform better than linear search time. So the answer is binary search, of course. So whenever we're trying to solve a binary search problem, the first thing to do is laying down the search space. All right, so in this case I'm going to lay down the search space as is the entire array. All right, so how I'm going to represent it? I'm going to represent it with the help of two pointers, that is int L is equals to 0 and R is ARR dot size -1. So L represents the left end of the array and R represents the right end of the array. All right, now in each iteration, if you remember, we reduce the size of our search space by 2 in case of binary search problem. All right, so let's just see how we will do that in here. So the binary search will continue while L is less than equals to R. So it just means that while we have a valid search space, and the criteria of having a valid search space is L should be less than equals to R. Alright, so till the point L is less than equals to R, our binary search can continue. Otherwise we will have to break out of the loop. Alright, now the how do we actually reduce the size of the search space by 2 at the end of each iteration? So to do that, we actually compute the mid element of the search space, that is L plus R by 2. Alright, now that we have our mid element, we do some checks on the mid element to actually eliminate a part of the search space. Alright, so let's see how we do that. So the first check to do is if ARRM is equals to X, that is the target value. In that case I can just return M over here. This will be our index that we are looking for. The another check to do is if ARRM is less than X. If ARRM is less than X, then all the indices less than equals to M will also be less than X because the array is sorted. Alright, so we are not going to find our answer for any index that is less than equals to M. So we should ideally update our left pointer to M plus 1 in this case. So, and just like that, if ARRM is greater than X, in that case we have to reduce our right pointer to M minus 1. So this is basically how binary search works. If you notice, in this case we are reducing the size of the search space by 2 at the end of each iteration. How? Because if you notice, we are actually computing the mid element over here, and then either we find the target value, so in that case the search stops. If we do not find the target value, either L is updated to M plus 1 or R is updated to M minus 1. So in any case, the half of our search space is eliminated at once. Alright, so by the end of this iteration, that is by the end of this loop, that is while L less than equals to R, if we are not able to find our answer that we are looking for, in that case we can return -1 over here, that is we were not able to find our answer. So this is how binary search works. All right, so let's see if this code is working or not. So for that, I had already created a driver function that contains an array ARR, that is 1 to 4 18 19 20 36, and some queries, that is 2 3 7 9. And for each query we will try to determine if this index is present, if this element is present in the array or not. If yes, what is the index? So let's see if this works or not. So as you can notice, the element 2 is present in index 1 as per as our solution, as per as our answer from the code, and this is the correct answer as well. The element 3rd and 7 are not present in the array, so in this case, as we can see, 3 and 7 are not present in the array, so the answer for them should be -1, and these are correct as well. And element 19 is present in the 4th index of the array, and that's also our answer. So as you can notice, we gave each answer correctly. So the runtime of this entire code will be, for the entire code, the runtime will be equals to size of the array O of n plus q log n, O of n plus q log n. Alright, so this is the runtime of the entire code, but we are not actually interested in the runtime of the entire code. For this problem, we are only interested in runtime of this function over here. Alright, so for the runtime of this function at line number 5, it's O of log n. Alright, and the if the the space complexity of this function over here at line number 5 is O of 1, because we are not using any extra space at all. There is also a way to code a binary search problem recursively. In that case, the space complexity becomes log n because of the recursion stack, but in this case the space complexity is O of 1 because we are not doing things recursively over here. So this is how we solve a binary search problem. We lay down a search space, and at the end of each iteration we try to reduce the size of the search space by 2. Alright, so this is one of the easiest problem on binary search out there, and in the coming videos we will see questions of moderate difficulty and even questions of very hard difficulty. Alright, so that's all for this video, guys, and hope you guys got to learn a lot.